Mame, mangukutshele what worries me. Speaking from one public official to another. That's what you and I have been until I retired last year.
2 years ago.
At Waverley, the families of the mental health care users met you, and you availed yourself and went to the meeting. You remember that?
Yes, I did, Justice.
Before the implementation. You remember that?
Yes. I think it was January 26th, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. And I sat here listening to one family member after another. And they talk about that meeting in their evidence and tell us how explicit they were in their opposition to the plan. And that is where also the family committee ultimately was formed. And they say you never listened to them because the project proceeded. So talking about consultation of stakeholders, the question must surely be asked, why didn't you think their views were important and worth listening to? Not experts, family members.
Going to the meeting with the families, Justice, it was a conscious effort on my part to ensure that there's consultation. And in that meeting, yes, concerns were raised. And we agreed that a family committee is established. And we also agreed that I shared my number in public in the meeting. And we also agreed that I said in the meeting that each and every one of the persons who took my number, if they have any concern of whatever, they can call me directly. And I also said, when calling me, and I said to them, they must be involved, the family committee must be involved in looking at the different places where their loved one were supposed to have gone. And I said, if you are unhappy about the places that the officials will take you to, please call me and inform me that that is the case indeed, so that I can attend to that. That would have been that's what I would have undertaken and said in that meeting, Justice.
Yes, and the evidence. I'm sorry.
So when I did not get a call to say, MEC, we went to this place and we're not happy about X and Y and Z and Q, can you please intervene? I assumed, based on the reports I was being given, and that indeed things were going according to plan.
But as a bare minimum, as a political leader, but also an executive in our state, people on the ground speak to you directly. Amongst other things, they asked for a list of NGOs so that they go and see what they are, where they are, and what they offer. We know now as fact that never happened.
Justice, I asked the officials to share the information with the families. Hence, I said, go with them to these suggested places. Because on that day, I did not have a list with me, but the officials had. And I said to them, go to these places with the officials. If you are not happy, please call me. Then I can be able to intervene.
But when you left the meeting, you certainly were of the firm view that they are opposed to the project, isn't it?
I wasn't of the firm view that they have genuine concern, and those concerns, in my view, by assuring them that they must go and take part in the decision-making of choosing the places, I thought that I was giving them their comfort. Clearly, in hindsight...
Sorry, please. But, thinking of a whole range of principles came to mind to me when I listened to evidence. They get to the leader of the province on health, and they make plain their opposition. But let's go a little further, MEC. After that, there's evidence before us of marches and memoranda And you are aware of that.
Yes, I am aware of this, Justice.
Why didn't we listen to our people when they expressed such deep consent? Why didn't you sit up? You are part of the liberation struggle. You there representing our people, and they complained and are unhappy. Why didn't you listen to them?
Justice, I fully agree with the sentiments you're raising. And I'd like to say once again, if I had benefit of hindsight that I have today, I would have done things differently, because I trusted people. And I trusted that when I have gone to a meeting and assured families, I assured them that when they have issues, they must call me directly. I did not give them my PA's number. And I thought that would be comfort enough that even if they send, please call me. Right. So, and I think it's important, Justice.
Ngicela nithule bethu, please, ngiyanicela. Masibonise inhlonipho, please. I'm having a one-to-one with you, comrade to comrade. I want to know why. Didn't you at least listen to people on the ground? Not SADC, not all the people who you thought might have an agenda, but ordinary, vulnerable South Africans who say to you, this is dangerous. And they turn out to be right. And their families do die. So I must ask that question, but why didn't you listen to them?
Justice, again, I'd like to say, with the benefit of hindsight, I could have done things differently. Because, as I said, I assumed that the assurance I had given to the families to call me, and also to assure them that they can go to the NGOs and get when the inspection is done, to go to those NGOs. When they're dissatisfied, they must come back to me.
But what about the marches, Mami? What about the memoranda? Again, not people who might have an agenda, political. Just family members come to you and say, and they come to you because you're the highest in the hierarchy. And they say, please, stop this move. It doesn't happen. They never know of the NGOs. And when the people are taken to the NGOs, they are not ready to receive the patients, and the patients die. So that question will always hang around. Why didn't you, in your political accountability, listen to the people and forget about all the other organizations?
Justice, at all material times, I thought I made myself available. And when I say I give people my number, and in many instances, I would have resolved a lot of issues with people each time they raise a concern with me or with the number that I was giving them, because I've never taken a call and someone raised an issue. I distance those things. But as I'm saying, I should have behaved differently, and I apologize. And again, I want to say I'm sorry, as I did say on Monday.